What's up, guys? So it's me, Eric, again with another video. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys what's in my roll cart. So pretty much all the tools that I keep here at home that stay in the roll cart. This roll cart stays here at home, and it's pretty much everything I use to work on my cars, the BMW E30 or the Volkswagen Mark V R32. So if you guys are new to the channel and are interested in any of those two cars, consider subscribing if you're not yet subscribed. And yeah, let's get right to it. So a little bit about this roll cart. I actually purchased it off of some guy that had posted it on, I think it was a Facebook Marketplace, and I ended up picking it up for very cheap. So yeah, I highly suggest you guys, if you guys are looking for a roll cart of some sort, maybe you guys are barely starting off or something in the automotive industry or whatever, and or maybe even just at home, just like as a hobby, and you guys want to pick up a nice roll cart, maybe consider like going onto the Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, or even like OfferUp or something. And because people are always selling like roll carts that are very good condition for very cheap. So I mean, if you guys want to save a little bit of cash and go that route, I highly suggest that. But yeah, let's get started with what's in my roll cart. Alright guys, so this is a Blue Point roll cart. It does have 5 drawers, and it's a pretty big size roll cart, and that's what I wanted. I wanted like a big roll cart so I can put as much stuff in here as I can. So I guess we'll start with this tray right here. Stuff that I don't want to lose, I usually put it up here, and I always have a fender cover. If I'm working on a friend's car or whatever, or my own cars, I don't want to be scratching up the fenders. But yeah, pretty much my flashlight lives up here. This is a stream light. It is all black. These lights are very good, are very durable as well. They are on the pricier side, but pretty much they're gonna last forever. So I highly recommend these stream lights. Going on to this part of the roll cart. I do have this light that I just purchased. It is I believe it's called a Brom light from Harbor Freight. So it pretty much has 3 modes: dim, and then like a flashlight on the tip right there. So I mean, if it has a very strong magnet, and I don't know, it's pretty good for whatever you need it to do. So here I have 2 magnets. Down here I have a couple magnets, trays and stuff here. So I just have like random things. I have a magnet here, a pocket screwdriver, brake gauge. On this magnet I have random bolts off of a clutch my friend and I just did, and I just happen to keep the bolts right there. Here are some tread gauges, and then here is just this pin for like timing belt tensioners or whatever. These bolts are good for like rear drums, so you can take off the drum, and then just an extra key for my box. So going on to this side of the cart, I have a pry bar, some pry bars, some flatheads, some safety glasses, a good amount of safety glasses on here, just in case you're working under the car, you don't want stuff getting in your eyes. And then just like another pry bar in a bigger flathead. We'll go over to this side, and here's where I keep all my flatheads, pry bars, and Phillips heads. So that's a flathead, Phillips head, and these are all snap-on. I got my little stubbies down there. That's where I keep them. Over here I have my air chuck. This is a Blue Point air chuck. So yeah, I keep that there. Moving on to the main part or main section of the toolbox right here. So pretty much this is where I keep all my sockets, extensions, you know, and just like random stuff over there. But we'll get started over here. So these are all my impact sockets. These are snap-on, ranging from 8mm all the way to 24. I have 1/2-inch extensions. Just keep those there. Just keep those there. And then here are my chrome sockets, deep, which range from 8 to 19. And then between these two, I have some 3/8 extensions. And then for this one, this extension, I just added this snap-on swivel, spark plug socket, and just added some tape so it doesn't come off. Because usually when I'm doing spark plugs, this is like my go-to just because it's long, and I've added the tape so the socket doesn't get stuck down on the spark plug hole. So those are the extensions. And then here are my shallow snap-on 3/8 sockets, and these go from 8 to 19. In the middle of these two, I have some 1/4-inch extensions with a little swivel at the end. I just keep those right there. Here I have some 1/4-inch snap-on chrome sockets, and they range from 5 all the way to 15, I believe. Yeah, 15. So those are my snap-on 1/4-inch sockets. Up here, I just recently got these. I don't think I've used them yet. These are from Harbor Freight, the new Icon brand, and they range from 5 to 14. And these are 1/4-inch deep sockets. I ended up picking those up because I didn't have the deep 1/4-inch before, so ended up picking those up. So over here in this corner, I just have like random sockets and an extension. Pretty much I have spark plug sockets, like a big socket. I don't know what I use that for. Yeah, some spark plug sockets, lug nut key for those like acorn style lug nuts that pretty much every car has with aftermarket wheels. Back here I have a 12.10mm socket for when I was doing the Style 5 video. And then over here is more extra sockets. I got a swivel socket. You know, I got a 3/8 to 1/2-inch adapter, and then you know, just extra sockets that I keep there. This one's pretty cool. This was a 3/8 Phillips head socket that I tend to use a lot, so those live there. And going down here, I have my, well, actually this is my long like magnet strip from Harbor Freight. So this long magnet strip comes in handy because whenever I'm doing like a bigger job, I use specific sockets. So I ended up putting every socket that I use on this, so I know which sockets I need and have used. So I have that from Harbor Freight. Right here are my 1/2-inch ratchets that I pretty much just use this snap-on one just because it's like super fine tooth, and I use this one pretty much for like doing oil changes and stuff. And then here's like a tray of extensions, 3/8 extensions. These are all snap-on, different size extensions. So this extension, 3/8 to 1/2-inch, 3/8 to 1/4-inch, and just like a swivel socket. Here I have my torque sockets. These are also snap-on. They go from a T8 all the way to a T55. So right here is where I keep all my ratchets. This is a 3/8 ratchet, a 3/8 ratchet, 1/4-inch ratchet, and then this one's a 1/4-inch as well. These three are snap-on, and then this one's Pittsburgh. So pretty much this longer snap-on ratchet is my go-to ratchet for like anything just because of how long it is. And I don't really use this ratchet just because unlike this one like flexes at the end, so you can get in multiple different positions, you know. And then this one is just fixed, so I don't really tend to use this ratchet. As well as this one, snap-on 1/4 inch. I tend not to use that one just because it doesn't flex at the top. And also this Pittsburgh one is I feel like it's better just because it flexes. It's really fine tooth for what it is, and it's also longer. So I usually, if I'm using a 1/4 inch, if I need a 1/4 inch ratchet, I tend to go with this one. So going down here, I have my snap-on 3/8 gun, air gun. I got my snap-on 3/8 electric gun, and then down here I have my 3/8, you know, cordless ratchet. So in this corner over here is my E-Torx. This set is from Harbor Freight, and I mean this set's pretty good. I've used it for a long time. I've had it for a long time, and it's never failed. Because as you guys know, BMWs use a lot of Torx, so this is what I've been using, and they're pretty good sockets. So those live right there. And then over here in this corner are my Allen sockets. These are also from Harbor Freight, and you know, a lot of Europeans use these two type of sockets, so these are a must when you're working on European cars. So you know, my Allen sockets, my Torx sockets, and I think that does it for the top section of this cart. So let's get into the drawers. We'll start off with this top left one. So this top left drawer consists of pretty much my wrenches, which range from 10 to 19. These are a snap-on set. I actually don't have my 10 because I just remembered it's in my car and I need to put it back in here. But yeah, so these are my wrenches. And here I have some locking extensions, which come in handy whenever you need those. So over here is some tools that I highly recommend anyone gets. These are some mountain wrenches. So they're ratcheting at the end, and you know, they have a button so you can switch them from, you know, tightening to loosening. And then on this particular mountain wrench is they have different sizes at each end. So this one's an 8 and then a 10 at the other end. And they have, this set comes with 5 ratcheting wrenches but different sizes at the end. So this is a very good set. It comes in handy, and also because they're super long, you know, you get a bunch of leverage. So here I've had these also for a long time. These are Harbor Freight ratcheting wrench set. So these pretty much range from a 10 to 15. And then in this corner, these are pretty neat tools to have. These are snap-on like stick swivels that pretty much combines like an extension and a swivel and a socket. So that's pretty sick. I always use these, so that's a pretty good set to have. So going on to this right drawer, these are pretty much where I keep all my pliers and stuff, and little clip removal tool and stuff. So pretty much just different pliers. I got some straight ones, some angled ones, you know, just different, a variety of pliers for whatever you're working on. You know, I got some dikes here, just different kinds of pliers pretty much I keep in this drawer. I also keep like some oil filter tools right there, some oil filter plier things, you know. Also in here I keep some of my like wire wheels for whenever I need to clean some more like old sealer off or whatever. I keep those there. I got a mirror, and also I got like paint pens. And then also, I've showed these in my videos before. I mainly use these to you know, pinch off the brake lines whenever I'm taking like calipers off or something, or I'm doing a wheel bearing and like the whole drum has to come off. You know, I pinch the brake line so a lot of fluid doesn't come out. So yeah, that's my top right drawer of my roll cart. Going on to the next drawer. So starting off back here, this is some tools that I recommend everyone has in their box, just because they're so important whenever you're doing suspension work and stuff. These are pretty much like ball joint separators or like outer tie rod end separators. It makes it very easy. Instead of like hitting the knuckle, just put these tools in and you know, they come out or they pop off very easily. And these, I got them at our Harbor Freight, and you know, I use them a lot and they've held up. So I highly recommend those. They're very inexpensive, so highly recommend those. Over here, just some like plastic pry tools for like interiors. Whenever you don't want to scratch up any of the interiors, you use these plastic pry tools, also from Harbor Freight. And yeah, they will work very well. And here is gonna be a punch and chisel set for whenever you need those. This is a snap-on set. And this box is all my like Allen keys. This is a snap-on set. It's a metric set. Put that back. Over here, these are pretty cool. These are, if I can open them, one hand. This is a triple square set from Lexivon, I believe that's how you pronounce it. But this is a triple square set that my friend actually gave to me because we're doing a clutch on his Volkswagen GTI, and we needed some triple squares to remove some stuff. So he bought it, I believe, off Amazon or eBay or something. And yeah, at the end of the job, he was like, he asked me if I wanted them, and I was like, well, if you don't need them, I'll take them. So he ended up giving those to me, which is very cool. So now I have a triple square set, which helps a lot because, you know, we do own a Volkswagen R32. So thank you. And then over here, I have, you know, some adjustable wrenches. I pretty much bought this big ass one for like BMW inner tie rods, you know, because that size is like super big and like you need like a big wrench. So I just ended up getting a Harbor Freight like huge ass wrench, and then, you know, just a bunch of like smaller ones. And then here's pretty much the first wrench set I've actually bought. It's from Harbor Freight. This set goes from 7 all the way to 19. I don't really use this set anymore, but it just stays in my box for, you know, whenever I need them. So they stay right here. This corner right here, I have some picks. These are from Snap-on. Keep them right here. Over here, I got some bigger wrenches. I got some bigger wrenches that I keep right here. I don't think I've ever used them, but I mean, they're right here if I ever need them. Got this thing right here just chilling. I don't really use that either, but it's there. Going to the next drawer is, so starting off over here, this is my dowel calipers for whenever I'm measuring stuff. Keep that in there. In this bag, I keep my DMM for any electrical work if I have to do any. Here's a test light, also for any electrical work. Here I keep my Actron scan tool. It's not the best scan tool, but I mean, it works for retrieving, you know, codes quickly and stuff, and it does show some data PIDs whenever I need to view the PIDs. And then back here hidden. I know what BMW guys know what these are. These are the tools for the fan clutch. Got those. Just leave them back here. Going over here, this is where I keep my snap-on torque wrench. That's where I store that. Here I keep my 1/2-inch gun. This is from Matco Tools. Then over here, some big pliers. Some big ass pliers. I usually use these to like push back the piston on the calipers. Just makes it super easy to push back. Then here I have another torque wrench with a flip socket. I believe it's 19 and 21. Here I keep some hammers and some rubber mallets. And then here are some breaker bars. So that's the end of this drawer. Going into the final drawer. This is, you guys can tell, my junk drawer ish, you know, because here I keep like some random stuff. I have some relays here, some bolts, some E30 bumper bolts. I got some random bolts in there. Got some transmission bolts and lug bolts in here for BMWs. I got this tool for the Style 5s, the center cap. I got some super glue, some Loctite there, and just like random stuff. I got bulbs in this corner, just a bunch of bulbs, extra bulbs whenever I need them. Some little bungee cords, a transfer pump, you know, just random stuff in here. So that's where I keep all that. And then finally, I'll go to the bottom of the cart, see what's over here. So right here, that's where I keep my coolant bleeder funnel. I got some WD-40. I got some brake lubrication stuff right here. Back there is just some like extra boxes with paperwork. I got some gloves, a torch. I got my flashlight charger. A heat gun back there. I got some E30, 36 lower control arm bushings with the lollipop already pressed in. Some poly bushings in there. I got some E46 lower control arm bushing for the swaps. Just chilling in here for whenever I get to that. And yeah, it's pretty much what's up, dude. But yeah, so and then finally, I guess over here I just got some random lube, cleaner, you know, some WD-40, some paint, and then some soapy water. Whenever I'm trying to find like, you know, like leaks or something, maybe on a tire that's leaking. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the end of my roll cart. Hope you guys enjoyed that roll cart tour. And yeah, and I gave you an insight on what tools I use, what tools I have, you know, to work on my cars. So yeah, that's that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.